Kind of, but not really.
Hello, American Patriots! Once again, welcome to another episode of the Ducote Show. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that we got everything worked out. I'm glad that the microphone is where my wife would like it. And I'm also very glad and happy that she shut the door going into the kitchen. So, how's it going, everyone? Hope everybody's having a wonderful and blessed day. We're going to discuss, primarily today's show is going to be on what Rudy Giuliani had to say and the contested results in certain states. And I want to share with you some factual information about voter fraud that we know is happening and go from there. But before I do that, I want to share with you a quick story that, this popped up about an hour ago. I read it and I thought, no way in hell. Okay. And then I thought, well, wait, it's 2020. So I guess this kind of makes sense for 2020. It's disgusting. It's gross. And who would do this?
You're going to do a gross thing?
Is beyond me.
Why are you doing this?
Because they need to realize what's happening in the world right now.
Okay, he wouldn't let me read the story. He said that he wants me to be as shocked as y'all are. So let me just let you know that usually isn't a good idea.
Yeah, this is pretty damn shocking.
Doug?
You've heard the old saying, you are what you eat. Or somebody say to you, mean or mad, whatever, bite me or eat me.
Stop
okay,
it.
You've heard that, right?
Not nice.
Okay. Well, this is gonna lead way into that direction, my friends. So here you go. The saying, you are what you eat, may soon become a lot more literal. A DIY meal kit for growing steaks made from human cells was recently nominated for Design of the Year by the London-based Design Museum.
Yep, that's gross.
Name the Ouroboros steak after the circular symbol of a snake eating itself tail first. The kit would come with everything one needs to use their own cells to grow miniature human meat steaks.
Donner family.
Couldn't make this shit up if you tried.
No,
I mean,
gross.
This is beyond me. People think that eating oneself is cannibalism, which technically this is not, Grace Knight, one of the designers, told us. It was created by scientist Andrew Pelling, artists Arkan Talan, and Knight, an industrial designer, on commission by the Philadelphia Museum of Art for an exhibit. Growing yourself ensures that you and your loved ones always know the origin of your food, how it has been raised, and if its cells were adequate and consistently. A website for the imaged product states the product has been made as a critique of the lab-grown meat industry, which the design told us is not actually as animal-friendly as one might expect in labs. Lab-grown meat relies on fetal bovine serum from animal cell cultures.
Bovine.
Yeah. Though some companies have claimed they have found alternatives. FBS is made from calf fetus blood after pregnant cows are slaughtered.
Oh, that's gross.
Lab-grown meat has not yet been approved for human consumption, though some products could be hitting the shelves next year. As the lab-grown meat industry is developing rapidly, it is important to develop designs that expose some of the underlying constraints in order to see beyond the hype. Let's see beyond the hype.
There's hype?
There's a hype. I'm making it a hype. Yeah. Here's your hype right here. This is absolutely batshit crazy, my friends. Growing these steaks takes about 3 months using your cells. And the kit will come with a little thing where you can scrape the inside of your mouth to collect it. put it in this petri dish, and whatever else they're going to have you add to it, the blood you're going to put into it from the calves.
That's disgusting.
And you will grow yourself in the form of a miniature steak and be able to eat yourself. Why do I see myself buying this as a Christmas gift for some people?
You better not. I don't want it. You're in trouble if it's coming to my house, because it's going to be in the trash.
Think about who would eat that. Who in the right mind?
I'm sending it back.
Would eat meat.
Don't put it on my credit card.
That came from human cells.
Okay, well, here's the deal.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, here's the deal. You know, Camilla just came out with this thing that said that she does not want us to eat meat anymore. And
AOC said that too.
She's going to propose this thing that puts a limit on how much beef we can eat, and how much meat we can eat, and how much chicken we can eat, and how much everything.
You know what that falls under, right?
Communism.
Socialism, communism.
Communism, that starving your people.
Exactly.
Because that would starve us. I like meat.
It's like the mask mandate, regardless of how you feel with the COVID thing, forcing everyone to wear a mask is the same kind of shit that they did in Nazi Germany. When you start taking away people's rights and forcing them to do something the way the government says you're going to do it, then, brings up a whole lot of issues.
Disgusting.
Are you moderating?
A little bit. I'm okaying some stuff
that
probably shouldn't have been okayed, but y'all are getting it through.
Anyhow.
I just saw a couple of things that I was like, y'all, come on.
I just had to lead with that story because it's one of those things that you can't make it up, and it fits right into 2020. First, when I was reading it, I thought it was a joke. And then I looked further to see if I could find it elsewhere in mainstream media, and I'll be damned, I found it on Fox News as well. So it's in a lot of information on the web with European-based websites, news sites, and then Fox News ran an article on it too. So,
y'all, we have to remain a republic. Okay, we can't let them take our electoral college away. We can't let them change our country. I mean, just for a few crazy, horrible, democratic, huge cities in this country. I mean, and then it changed the whole country. That's just not fair.
I agree.
Let those big cities change and let us stay what we want to stay.
Yeah. So as you all know,
in all their slums and all their mess.
Right. Giuliani came out today and he discussed where they're going to take this lawsuit. And look, I don't know what the outcome of that's going to be. I do know that they're getting on it like ASAP. They're hoping to be in front of a judge tomorrow. If not, come Monday. Contesting a lot of stuff based off of people that have come forward that were poll watchers or that worked for the election system in their state or their county or their city and said, time out. We were told to switch votes. We were told we were harassed if we didn't. We were called racist and bigots if we didn't change votes that were for Trump over to Biden. I mean, there's some allegations that are coming out that, look, if there's any merit behind it, then there needs to be some people held accountable. And if it turns out that these people are just blowing smoke because they don't want to see Biden in office, then they need to be held accountable for making this shit up. All right. So it's time to put up your evidence, put up the people that claim this is what happened, And one of those things they're looking into will be this Dominion system that was designed to count votes.
Yeah, and in Venezuela,
that's
where it came from.
That's where it was designed?
Yes, that's where but they did it so that they could skew the voting over there. And it's been used in several countries and to skew votes.
And
it's here.
What we do know is that there are numerous Democrats that are in the bank with this company, and we know that their ability to alter elections is part of what they were founded on. And now, I'd be damned if it didn't show up being used in a lot of these Democrat cities. And adjustments were done and changed at the last minute. You know, I take you back to the November 3rd, election night. Here we were going on close to midnight, and Donald Trump is winning this race in a landslide. And then all of a sudden, these Democrat areas decided, you know what, we're done counting for the night. We're going to start over tomorrow. And they sent all their people home and shit. And then they come back.
Like at 4 o'clock in the morning,
yeah.
It was like a dump of Democrat votes.
And they come back, and all of a sudden, now we're counting them, and I'll be damned. Nobody's anymore voting for Trump. They're all voting for Joe Biden. Look at it. Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. Bullshit.
There was one point that they showed that was live update. That people were live updating in the Pennsylvania, and they were on like Fox, and he was looking at the numbers, and they switched, and they changed, and it went to he got like 100,000 votes less than what he did, Donald Trump, less than what he did like right before in the like Tuesday. He said something happened. What happened there? And then he kept on going.
Yeah. So a lot of people say there's no proof of voter fraud, and that it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, let me just back out of the 2020 election for a moment as far as the president is concerned. And let me share with you a few stories of people that have currently found themselves looking and answering questions to the FBI. First one's up in New Jersey. Authorities have announced the arrest of a person for voter fraud. According to acting prosecutor Michael J. Williams on November 5th, 2020, after an investigation by the Huntington County Prosecutor's Office Major Crimes Unit, Brian C. Schelling, age 53 of Stockton, New Jersey, was arrested and charged with third-degree fraud and casting mail-in votes, third-degree tampering of public records, fourth-degree unsworn falsification to authorities, four-degree falsifying records, and disorderly persons offense. So obviously he acted up when this happened, offering a false statement and basically changing ballots. Okay. True story. Guy's in prison right now, or jail. Austin, Texas, a social worker in the Maxis State Support Living Center has been charged with 134 counts of election fraud because he was taking all the people in this assisted living facility and signing them up to vote Democrat and to vote for Joe Biden across the board. They didn't know any better. You know, most of them are, I mean, when you make it to assisted living facility, in a lot of cases, you're not, the only person capable of making those decisions happens to be the family members. All right. Most cases, they're not even capable of doing anything on their own. It's a family member that's responsible. So this person is charged with 134 felonies for doing this. If convicted, faces up to 10 years in prison. And the person being charged, her name is Kelly Reagan Berner.
They planned this a long time ago. This has been planned. And you know what? President Trump knew this. And he tried to tell everybody. And then they decided to do the mail-in, and they knew this. They planned this.
Yeah. Larry Wiggins, 62, a registered Democrat from Sarasota, Florida, requested the mail-in ballot for his wife, even though she died in 2018. Sheriff's Department officials said that Wiggins admitted to mailing in his deceased wife's ballot request and told the detectives that he was just testing the system to see if it worked. He wanted to test the system. Manatee Supervisor of Elections Mike Bennett told the Sarasota Herald Tribune he did test the system, and guess what? It worked. So he also is looking at jail time. 2 Los Angeles men have been charged with voter fraud after attempting to submit 8,000 ballots for non-existing or deceased voters. Hawthorne, California, mayoral candidate Carlos Anton D. Bourbon Montegro, 53, and Marcus Raul Averlo, 34, planned the effort in an attempt to help Montero win his bid for mayor. Los Angeles District Attorney announced Tuesday. The county is accusing them of submitting more than 8,000 fraudulent votes.
It's bullshit. Hey, what about these people that went and they took all the homeless people and decided that they were going to sign them up for residence? You know, say, did you hear about that?
Yeah. Texas candidate was arrested Wednesday night and faces felony voter fraud charges after allegedly sending 84 applications for mail-in ballots. And this person's name is Azul Zul Muhammad, who's running to become the mayor of Carlton, Texas, a city roughly 1 hour north of Dallas, was charged with 25 counts of knowingly possessing or processing a ballot with intent to defraud, second-degree felony, and 84 counts of providing false info on a voting application, a third-degree felony, according to Texas Attorney General's office. So
these are the ones that we know about.
These are people that are currently right now arrested. And this is happening every day. There's a bunch we haven't heard about that's coming out. And then now we have all these people coming forward going, let me tell you what was going on at the place I was overseeing. Some of them managed to get some of this, thank God, using their cell phone, video footage of it.
Yeah.
Some of it's just audio of the people at the place telling them to switch votes or change them or throw out ballots for Trump. Having them agree that ballots for Biden that had something drastically wrong with them needed to be counted anyhow, whether they came in past the deadline or they weren't signed, known issues with the ballot. All right. So we have this taking place. We have it taking place in massive amounts. So
look, my friend Angie on here says that a member of our Southwest Louisiana Republican women told her today that a vote was cast in her name in Arkansas, but she resides in Texas. She grew up in Arkansas, leaving at 3 years old.
Yeah.
That happened. She got told that today at our meeting.
Wow. So look, there's a reason why the left and the Democrats and Joe Biden are like, Trump's failing us in democracy. Trump's not doing an easy transition, and they want to do it fast, and get it over with.
Yeah.
At first, when they realize, let's just go back and put their own words back into play here. When it was obvious on election night, late that night, that Trump was winning this in a landslide, what were all the Democrats saying? And Joe Biden's whole platform people, what were they all saying? We have to count every vote. Every vote has to be counted. We have to get these ballots that are being mailed in have to be counted. We have the military vote has to be counted. We have to count every single vote. Every vote counts. And then turn around when all of a sudden the next day in these areas that Trump was slamming Joe Biden, boom, all these votes appear to switch it. And now they don't want to count every ballot, while the Republicans are saying, no, we have to count all of this. And we have serious voter fraud issues. Democrats don't want no part of that shit.
And we have fraud in the FBI. We have fraud in CIA. You know what? All those ABC play.
Yeah. If you think that voter fraud
Sick of
is something that doesn't exist, oh, well, yeah, that never happened. We have checks and balances. Oh, well, do we have the same checks and balances in the Justice Department? Times 10. And what's happening? James Comey, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page. Should I go on? There's this huge list of criminal enterprise that was taking place. You know, now we've got William Barr and what we talked about just Tuesday, you know, letting this, we have in custody this drug lord, person that was helping the cartel out, was a former general in the Mexican military. We have him in custody in America. Got him. He had fake ID, fake passports, and
talking to ISIS.
And now we're going to just send him back and let Mexico take care of him. No, it's not the guy that's talking to ISIS.
Talking to Isis, y'all, and they just decided to let him go.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Nico.
Yeah, I don't know about that one yet. I just know that this one with William Barr is disgusting, and I want answers as a taxpayer.
I want answers on a lot of things that have been going on. But you know what? Let me tell you, our country moved forward these past 4 years.
Yeah.
And if they're going to go in and undo everything, it's going to be the biggest shit show. It is. It's going to be horrible. But yeah. I know we're supposed to pray about it and trust God, and I do. I just want y'all to know that I'm not very happy if Biden goes in, because it's going to really mess up our oil and gas industry. It's going to mess up so much around our country. Free enterprise is not going to be free enterprise anymore.
Ratty Cat McCarthy, once again, they're hiding your stuff, and we got to come in here.
I'm coming in, and I'm
going there and
saying
prove it,
yes. I'm approving everything.
They're hiding their shit.
I'm proving everything. If somebody ends up trashing us, let me
know. Anyhow, yeah, the evil that exists in the Democrat Party is absolutely mind-boggling, and it continues.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry Clark. It continues to get exposed. All right. Now, that being said, what has been exposed over the past 4 years, and where's the accountability for this? It's not there. Okay. Why are these people able to get away with this stuff? Going back to Hillary Clinton, for crying out loud. Hell, let's go back further. Let's look at Ted Kennedy, for crying out loud. He murdered a woman, basically. He let her drown in a car and didn't do shit about it. And they swept it under the rug and let him walk and stay in Congress.
They still talked about it. They're just still making movies about it.
Yeah. Chappaquidda. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
Jason.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Guys, this is awesome.
It's because you're here. It's not because of me. So, anyhow, we're once again at a crossroads in America.
The Democrats are playing some crooked games, and it needs to be stopped. Yes, Jason, that is true.
Yeah, they are. And, look at what just took place over the weekend, where we had the mega rally march for Trump. They tried to put it out on social media. MAGA. They tried to put it out on social media to let people know about it. Facebook slammed it, took it down. Twitter wouldn't let them put it out. All these different platforms wanted nothing to do with it. And then what does the news media turn around and say? When they did talk about it, they talked about those Nazi skinheads that were marching on DC. those racist Nazi skinheads is
Let
what
me-
they were referring to American patriots that
just
were
ask,
showing up there.
Are you talking about the people who showed up in Washington, D.C. that did not loot, that did not fight,
Yes.
that did not litter?
That's them.
They picked up after themselves.
Yeah.
They were like good Samaritans, nice
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Shocking, isn't it? Yeah.
They were saying that they were the bad ones?
They're the bad guys. Yeah. Yeah.
It's only because we want the country good. And if we show how, if good is brought in, if light is brought in, then the darkness has to go. And they're the darkness.
Yeah.
They just don't like it.
You know, I guess the thing that, I guess what bothers me the most is I can't wrap my head around how these Democrats, what they've done to that party. All right. For those of you that are maybe new watching my channel, you know, and don't know this, I was raised in a very staunch Democrat family. The whole South was Democrat back then. Crusader General, thank you.
Thank you. Read what he said.
He said, we're at war with Satan and his horde. Be prepared to send them back to hell where they were spawned. Yeah, you're right on that. I don't remember where I was going with this.
You know what? I don't know.
But
it doesn't matter.
It's very disheartening to see the Democrat Party be taken over by far left liberals. And, you know, just look at the things that have taken place that if they, okay, imagine AOC trying to become a congresswoman 20 years ago.
Oh, it wouldn't have happened.
Never fucking have. Democrats would have not let her anywhere near that party.
No.
Let's look at just 20 years ago. Alihan Omar.
No, that would not have happened.
Her family being rescued and saved from certain death out of Mogadishu, brought to America as refugees, given the land of the free to grow up to be an anti-American hating Muslim Quran loving person who we allowed to swear into Congress with her hand on the Quran, along with Rashid Tlaib.
That would never have
20
happened.
years ago? Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way
I don't understand.
we would
how
allow
they
that
can
to
get away
happen.
with this.
And yet we allowed it to happen. Okay? So, and that's just naming
the limits.
that's just naming 3 Democrats.
They push
okay?
the limits.
This new progressive Democrat crap that's come up is a bunch of anti-American socialist communists that want to ruin this country. In their mind, we're no better than any other country. In their mind, our military is evil. In their minds, our law enforcement officers are evil. Okay, they are who has hijacked this Democrat Party. And the Democrats don't see that shit. Even the elder Democrats, okay, that have been around for years, why aren't they speaking out going, what the hell are we allowing to happen here?
Exactly.
Maybe because, oh, it's the new trendy thing and it's flowing because we allowed all these liberal teachers to get into our education system and basically ruin the minds of our youth as far as history is concerned.
You know, they say be tolerant, yet they're the most racist group of people. They're awful.
Yeah.
They're awful. They're not tolerant of anybody.
No, they're not. They want only their voice counts.
That's it.
And anybody who says anything against it, no matter how you say it, that makes you a racist bigot. That's what they go to right away.
They want a collapse so that they can blame Trump. They want problems. They're on purpose. You know, I remember the State of the Union. Remember whenever they all came in white and they were all like, oh, he's awful and everything and ripping up the thing. Okay. Anything that they wanted, okay, that Trump said that he wanted, like they didn't want. They weren't happy about it all.
Yeah.
And they weren't happy about women, that he mentioned that women were in the Senate. They weren't happy that or in the Congress. They weren't happy whenever he said that he was going to give inner cities money. They weren't happy whenever they said, I mean, every single thing that he said that he was going to do, he did, by the way.
Yeah.
Promises kept.
Nico Bluto, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Finally, I can send a message. Resistance wins every time. Cheers. I know now how to reach you. These are concerning times. Let's see what we can do. Let the games begin. Yeah, there's some serious games being played out there right now.
And get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn and remember your Second Amendment, because there may come a time in the very near future where
we're going to have to stand up.
We have to stand up to our government, because the Democrats aren't. The liberals are the ones that are out there doing all the rioting, doing all the looting, attacking the police officers, trashing our military, attacking innocent people in the streets with Antifa and the Black Lives Matter thugs. Okay.
You know what? They're only attacking. Let me tell you why they're attacking. They're attacking because they know that we're not going to attack back. Because if we do, we're going to get our guns taken away. But if we did, they would not ever, ever, ever do this. Like, it's whenever a bully bullies you and you go and you actually stand up to them, they go down. You know, they're not really all that.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, there's hold on a second.
But I don't want to lose our Second Amendment. So we got to have the right people in the Congress. We got to vote them in.
One thing,
we got to get our voting systems fixed.
One thing that you will see, all right, everywhere these thugs have acted up and gotten away with it, what is the one thing they all have in common?
A Democratic-run city.
Democrat-run city, where they make their law enforcement stand down and don't let them engage these thugs.
That's right.
They take away their means of stopping the riots. They take away their tear gas. They take away tasers. They take away rubber bullets. They take away shot grenades. Basically, they leave them with nothing but their gun. And there's places in California that are talking about removing guns from their officers. All right.
And arming them with a social worker. Now, let me just tell you, I'm a counselor, and there's no way I would just go out there with nothing, with not armed. There's no way. Okay, let me ask you this. Did you hear about how they did the Black Lives Matter on the streets?
Yes.
Did you hear how they did Black unborn babies lives matter? And they were all fined or arrested or something.
Yeah, they've allowed this particular story you're talking about was in New York, I think.
I don't know, but they arrested them and they're suing now.
Yeah, basically they went to an area where they allowed Black Lives Matter to write Black Lives Matter in the street, and so on that same street in front of an abortion clinic, they wrote unborn Black babies matter, and they were arrested for doing so.
Yeah.
So once again, everything is one-sided, and it's do as we say, or you just don't get to do it. And that's where we're headed. That is the new direction if we allow that to happen. This peaceful transfer of power that they want. All right. Look, if everything fails in the courts when it comes to this voter fraud stuff, there's nothing we can do about it other than vote them out and keep sharing the message and letting people know. Because if we go up to Washington and decide we're going to take out somebody, then guess what? We become the domestic terrorist. Not them, not those that are looting and rioting and hurting people. No, us patriots, for actually taking action under what the Constitution tells us the Second Amendment is for. And I don't know if that worries any of you guys, but I'm not going to say I lose sleep over it, but I definitely think about it on a regular basis. You know,
I couldn't never be a police officer or a teacher these days. Neither one. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because you have to have the administration having your back. And I think both of those places of administration is kowtowing down to these people who are threatening.
Yeah. They have definitely allowed this element of evil to triumph over everything that's been built. I mean, our entire soul of this nation is under attack. Mm-hmm. Period. It is, during the run-up to determine who the Democrats would choose before they chose Biden, one of those running was Cory Booker, who's going to be on Biden's team, by the way, if Biden does get in there. And what did he say? If I'm elected president, I will change the Constitution.
Yeah, they want to rewrite it.
I'll rewrite it and bring it up to today's standards. Mm-hmm. All right. We had those that we're talking about. What was the freaking guy from Texas? Aurora, whatever that little pansy ass's name was. Yeah, talking about how he will take away everybody's scary guns.
Oh, they're so scary. Last time I looked, our guns never did jump up and scare us.
Not at all. I don't know.
Scared a couple of people away that came to our house.
Well, that's true too. Anyhow, one of our new sponsors is Mother Hubbard.
No, it's not.
Peanut butter dog treats.
Don't do this.
Just kidding.
That's what I feed him sometimes.
Have you ever had a peanut butter dog treat?
No, you better not feed it to me either. It's not happening.
Would you like to try one?
No, stop it. That's not nice.
Why would you do that?
Because they wanted a puppy. They wanted a treat.
Well, now you got to give them all a treat. Here. Are you going to? Oh, come on.
They'll have one.
Okay, puppy's just got a treat. Anyhow, that's some scary shit going on, folks. It is absolutely the next few days are going to be very, very trying. Pay attention to what's happening in the court system. Of course, I'll be bringing that to you. I'll be updating you as it goes along. It's very concerning on many fronts, especially when this is fact, that our justice system looks at one party different than they do the other. And I'm not talking about the men and women on the street doing the job. I'm talking about the leadership of the FBI. I'm talking about the leadership of the Department of Justice. Those people have a serious fucking problem. And Trump tried to weed that shit out the best he could. Yeah,
but he should have started by weeding them out when he walked in.
Yeah.
He was trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah.
And letting them, earn their way to whatever. And he needed to know they're corrupt, get them out and start clean. And he didn't know that because he's not a politician.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
He's not. And I think that I really believe that we're going to get to do this 12th Amendment. And this is going to be down to the one vote per state. And we're going to end up winning. I believe that. Because then the one vote per state can vote for anybody in the top three. And we have 30 states, y'all. Yeah.
That would be in a Republican.
And this Georgia revote needs to go our way.
No, Georgia just today.
No, I'm talking about the revote for the Senate.
Oh yeah. But I mean, what's happening with the whole damn Georgia count in itself?
It doesn't matter because even though he claimed it, doesn't mean that it's it. It's like, okay, I got shotgun, right? Unless I'm there to get the front seat, it's not going to happen.
So who called?
It is because I'm your wife. I'm talking about whenever I had kids and stuff.
Nuclear family still exists. You both are living proof. Thank you, Nico. You know, let's look back at my first video after the election when I told you guys about who's calling these races. And I told you it was the news media doing it. It's not the people that are supposed to do it. It's the news media. Okay. And what do we have right now? This is on Fox News, breaking news. Biden wins Georgia. Race called by the AP. Officials release recount report. So the AP is calling the race in Georgia.
That's not okay,
for Joe Biden.
That's not okay. Last time I looked, that the press does not get to call these things.
That would be correct. But not only do they do that, but they also are completely and utterly trying to steer the direction of everything that's happening in this country. If you haven't heard, there was another shooting that took place with law enforcement. And I say, as I do with all shootings that take place with law enforcement, let the investigation come out before you Black Lives Matter people start looting and rioting and burning down shit. Okay. I saw the video. All right. Now I'd like to see the video from the officer's camera.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was it was 3 black youth in a car that cops were looking for this particular car. And they thought that was the one that was stolen. And it could still well be that that's the one that was stolen, but we haven't even got to that point yet because of what happened next.
They set us up.
The car tried to get away. Cops blocked them from getting away, got out. They refused to get out of the vehicle. Then they started driving towards one of the officers with the vehicle. At that point, that becomes a weapon. He opened fire. He shoots and kills the driver. The passenger gets shot as well and dies. The guy in the back seat lived through this. The guy in the back seat has said that, you know, we heard what you guys were saying. It was very clear. Stop the car, get out of the car, you know, all that. And they chose anyhow to try and get away. And when you start heading towards the officer with your car, your ass is going to die.
That's right. Because guess what?
Legal, justifiable suit. But what the liberal media is trying to say right now is, oh, he was trying to go around the officer. He wasn't going to hit the officer. So there's no reason to have shot him.
But whenever you take a heavy car, I mean, that's an assault with a deadly weapon.
It is. It is.
Because you
Thank you, George Miller. Appreciate it, brother.
Wait, did you read that?
Anyway, you can clone her. PLC, I'm 64 and need a real woman. God bless. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Gregory.
We'll work on that. All right.
Wait, we can grow meat.
We will grow you. We will grow you a woman. And you can eat her with steak sauce if you'd like.
Oh Lord, don't even start that. That's disgusting.
What a horrible story to start the show off with.
Why'd you do that?
It was because it was just shocking. It was something that I thought, wow, we really were going there, and I'll be damned if we didn't go there.
Go down, Nico. Thank you, Nico.
This is a mind war, psychops. Ready?
It is. It's not just a mind war. It's of the principalities and the heavenlies. Okay, we have a war against all the heavenly beings up there. You know, God and the evil forces. And I'm telling you, it is a serious. If y'all aren't in prayer every day, there's an issue, because y'all and prayer or sending positive energy, whatever your belief is, please do it, because I don't know if y'all know about Ho'oponopono. Okay, there is something called Ho'oponopono.
Isn't that an all in Hawaiian chain?
Yeah, no. But what it is it's speaking kindness and speaking blessings. It's 10 most powerful words in the universe. Okay. And it's I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Okay. And they did this study that they went to like just a group of people, like 10 people went to an insane asylum, and they were outside of it, and they were speaking like to the building, those 10 powerful words. And they did it every day for like 30 days. And these people who had been locked up in this insane asylum started feeling better. And the doctors were praying over their charts, and these people started coming out and out of all the psychosis and everything that they were having, and they ended up getting out of the hospital. So we need to start speaking powerfully, because and pray powerfully over our country.
Well, maybe we should also pray that Democrats pull their head out of their ass and start acting like human beings and part of society.
Okay, that
instead
too.
of allowing
that too.
These nut jobs.
And it's okay to be angry too about all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Even Jesus was angry. He turned over the money changers' tables.
Yeah. Off a complete and different subject.
Okay.
When I was a kid growing up,
Oh no. Are you going to talk about it?
I love Batman.
Oh.
Okay. I was Batman as a kid growing up. I had the costume, I had the cape. You know, I rode my bicycle around the neighborhood, and I was freaking Batman, damn it. I didn't miss any Batman, anything. It was all about Batman. And my parents bought me everything you could possibly buy Batman related. Well, I'm at my parents' house the other day, and I go to get a fork, and I come across this fork.
You got a Batman fork?
And it was mine that my mom got me when I was like, I don't know, I was probably like 9 or 10 years old. And I was like, I'll be damned, you know, it's my old Batman fork. So
he was spoiled beyond belief. They let him do anything.
Anyhow. So I went and I looked on the internet. This fork right now is going for $30.
Don't sell it.
So it's no longer going to be utilized to eat with. And I took it.
Were you going to eat with it again?
Well, no, they were eating with it. They were allowing my son to eat with it. It was being used. And I thought, we're not going to do that anymore.
I kind of like it.
It's going to go on a shelf. And maybe, you know, in another 30 years, it'll be worth $60. You know, who knows? I won't be around to see it, but
we're keeping it. It's going for grandchildren one day.
There you go. Pass it on down.
Oh, Lord.
The Batman.
I thought you were going to tell the spiritual Krispy Kreme.
No. That's another story. But I will share something with you guys. How many of you believe that we're not alone in the universe?
We're not alone.
That
you are not alone.
That there's other possible other entities out there. You know, I've done a few stories about things that the government has released or talked about.
Oh, you're going to talk about that. Good.
Yeah, because this is kind of freaky.
This is neat, y'all.
So last night, I'm standing outside in the driveway, and the moon just looked really cool. And I don't know what the planets were, but there were a couple of planets lined up with it at an angle. And I thought, I don't have my nice camera with me, but I'll try and take a picture with my cell phone. And I did. Okay. So there's the first photograph.
First, make it like this. Okay. Do it like that so they can see it better.
So there's the first photograph that I took. All right. And I see up here in the top corner this very light thing. It's not as bright as the others, so it's not a star. And so I take the picture, and then I look at what I took, and I
do it again. Show it, and they can see.
See
that? You see that? Yeah, they can see it. Okay, now wait.
I know, but changing it. Hold on, I'm not finished telling the story.
I know. I was going to the next one.
I don't want you to do
that. Well, then they're not going to see that it moved.
Oh, okay, I'm going to because I'm going to tell the story.
Okay.
Turn on the light.
Oh, God.
I'm afraid of the dark.
It's special show and tell, though. Okay.
Where was I?
I'll
Anyhow,
shut up.
so I saw that and I went, oh, I need to clean my lens. All right. So I took my shirt and I rubbed the lens on it and I take another shot. I didn't move my feet. I was standing in the exact same spot. Okay. So that's the first one. And I thought, okay, well, that thing up there's something wrong there. And I take the next shot and I looked down at the shot and I went, wait a minute. It's still there. And it looks like it moved. All right.
Put it back up there.
So then I go and I take the next shot. It's moved even further. But here's the thing. I can't see it with my eye. All right. I only see this when I take a picture. This very light, it's the lightest thing in the sky, when you look at the actual photograph, and it's moved. Now, the process that it took it to go just that, however much time or how much distance that is between all these pictures was probably, I don't know, a minute or so. And then I go and take a third picture because now I realize, our fourth picture, I realize that there's something there and it is actually moving, but I can't see it with my eye, but I can see it when I take a picture. And so when I take the next photograph, which is this one, and now you can see it's like I got a little tail behind it because now it's moving. Yeah, it moved at that split second.
Keep moving it. Put it up and show the picture. Look how cool. Y'all.
Yeah. So
it moved.
So, but here's what it did.
Alien.
At that point, I was able to actually see it with my eye but out like my peripheral vision, as I took the picture, then it like shot off and was gone in a split second, and didn't actually leave a tail per se, but it was very, very bright. I mean, I wish I could have had rapid shots of this because in a matter of literally 2 seconds, it was gone. And that jump from just being in one area to made it light up. So I don't know what it was. I just know that it was very cool. I know that it starts off with me obviously thinking that, there's something up there that that's very, very different and strange. And so so here we go. And we go through it again. There it is. It starts slowly moving. Not by much because I'm not doing much there. And then boom, takes off.
Look at that.
And there isn't,
Y'all, that's crazy.
So I don't know what it was. Wasn't an aircraft.
It's Pelosi's ship. She's going back.
It wasn't, it didn't have any kind of bright light. It was, like I say, it was so dim that you couldn't see it with the naked eye, but I could see it as I'm taking these pictures. And then on the last shot, when it zoomed away, whatever it was, then you saw it with the naked eye because you saw that flash as it went. So I don't know. I just thought it was pretty neat. And I've done stories about things in the past that, our government has admitted to. We now know that they've come out and, the Navy's come out and said that, look, we've been tracking these things we call, they don't call them UFOs anymore. They call them unidentified aerial phenomena. And they don't know what it is, but they've released video camera footage from aircraft with naval pilots actually pursuing these things and them doing things that defy all basic knowledge of aerodynamics as we know it. Going from a slow speed to warp speed in a split second and gone.
It's something I don't know anything about.
Yeah, none of us do. So maybe it's the mothership for these Democrats and liberals.
It's more people that they're trying to get to vote for them.
That's a possibility. I didn't think about that.
Illegal aliens.
Illegal aliens. There it is.
Mind blown.
I got real photographs of illegal aliens.
Yeah, there it is. You need to take that to, because they probably came down and voted.
No shit. Anyhow, folks, that's it for the show tonight. I hope that we made you laugh, shared some information. It's factual about this voter fraud stuff. Wanted to share with you other things that we find amusing in our lives.
I have fun coming on your show.
They obviously like you coming on my show.
Well, every now and then I like to do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to be like the job.
Oh, so I can't hire you to do this?
No. I'll just come over every now and then. Make it fun.
Every now and then you come over and make it fun. Good. Yeah. Folks, I'm on Parler. If you are on that, go over there and follow me on Parler. Last night I joined Bumble.
And
is it Bumble?
We meet
and
all this
stuff.
We're trying to put him on everything else. If y'all have any ideas, send us an email, Marilyn@DouglasDucote.com.
Yeah, I got I'm banned from Twitter. I'm banned from Facebook. This is what I got left. Doing YouTube.
And we are
Jerry Clark said, keep up the good work. Don't let them beat you down. We appreciate you. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. We are working on the website, and it will be ready in like probably less than 2 weeks. Okay, it's going to be up and running, and he's going to have a special community site that he'll be able to make blogs and put pictures or whatever he wants to on it. Funny stuff. So be on the lookout for emails. If you want to get on our email list, we do not sell our list to anybody. We have about 40,000 people on it right now. And it's DouglasDucote.com. Right now it is not updated, but it will be updated in I'm pushing for right after Thanksgiving.
There are some things being updated actually right now as we speak. Tonight. Nothing that you guys would notice.
No, it's behind the scenes stuff.
But what we will have real soon is be able to let you guys know when we got information coming out, when we have a video out, when we're going to be doing a live show. We're not going to send you anything other than
dumb stuff,
something that's of importance that we figure American patriots need to know about.
Or just
and basically it's going to be updates, about the show, and when we start able to start traveling again,
we're going to do a camping update, but we're going to do it in a different location, probably my YouTube. Yeah,
we're thinking about changing her YouTube channel name.
No, we're not.
And I thought we were going to change it to camping with.
No, we're not changing. I like me.
We're going to leave it like that. We're going to do the updates.
You're going to have to deal with it because I deal with yours. Because it's not going to be just camping updates. I want to camp. I want to do fun stuff. I have got to get out of this destruction zone.
Yeah.
It's a mess down here in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Still is.
Y'all.
Not much has changed.
It's a mess. We had a structural engineer come out and look at our home yesterday and said that it would be 3 weeks until he could get to our paperwork to even write up what he thought about and what he saw yesterday. So how's he going to remember our home? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. He says, if you would see how many stacks of these I have to do. Well, I'm sorry you have all those stacks to do. Maybe you should have not taken this job and let somebody else do it.
Yeah, I won't even go there and talk about that guy. He
pushed on a wall, y'all. Our outside of our house is brick. You push on it right now and the brick walls move. And he said, yeah, well, it was built in the 60s, so they all move. Really?
Right. Yeah, it's
Oh, and
we've already run one of their adjusters, the first adjuster the insurance company sent out. We basically said, don't send him back out here to our property again. It's not going to be a good thing. But we ended up getting
he was rude.
We got an independent adjuster and we got an independent.
He was inappropriate with me.
Yeah. He said some inappropriate things. and independent structural engineer. And so it's, our people against their people. Sadly, everybody in this town is fighting insurance companies right now.
There's not enough contractors. There's not enough building materials have gone through the roof right now. Whenever you need sheetrock or whatever, it's not the same price here as it is the rest of the country.
Right.
Because we're going through this problem. Oh, it's a mess.
Yeah. But
that's okay.
We get through it.
One step at a time. But I have to get out of this destruction zone. So we are going to be going camping soon. So that's going to be fun.
I think it will be fun.
And I'm cooking next week for Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, but wait, we can't have anybody over. It's got to be, everybody has to make their individual meals. And we do it in a Zoom conference.
I'm really
because
thinking
of COVID.
about,
and you have to wear your mask even indoors.
Stop it. I'm really thinking about getting some picnic tables. If we got 2 picnic tables, we could all fit.
And what? Have Thanksgiving outside?
Thanksgiving on the ground. Yeah. I'm really thinking about getting 2 picnic tables and putting them in the front yard.
Can we do skeet shooting while we're out there?
Not in our front yard. No.
Why not?
Because it's illegal to shoot guns in the city.
Not according to the Democrats. No,
stop it. He's being silly. I'm going to smoke a turkey. I'm going to do a ham, and I'm going to do the 3 casseroles that Mom always did. Because, this is my first Thanksgiving without Mom.
Were you smoking a turkey or am I smoking a turkey?
I'm smoking the turkey. Well, I'll put it on. I'll let you watch.
Last time you smoked the turkey, you almost burnt up yourself.
No, in April, I did that.
Yeah, got to be careful.
It was bad. Y'all, grease and fire don't go together because they go all over your head. And yeah, it was bad. But I'm going to do a turkey, I'm going to do a ham, and I'm going to do the 3 casseroles, which is the cornbread dressing, the broccoli casserole, and the sweet potato casserole.
Yum.
And pecan pie.
Well, slow down a little bit. I've lost all this weight, and now I'm gaining it just thinking about that.
I'm thinking about some chocolate yummy. I might even do a chocolate yummy. Yum. Okay.
You'll all eat it before it gets to my area. I love chocolate yummy.
I really do too.
And Krispy Kreme donuts. And
banana pudding.
Ooh, banana, especially my mother's. Anyhow, look, we're way completely off subject. We went over the time that we were going to do the show. We're 7 minutes over, and we're just bullshitting now. But anyhow, look, on a serious note, please say a prayer for our men and women serving in the United States military, our veterans, our law enforcement officers, our first responders, their families, our angel families, our blue and gold star families, our president, and our country. We're going to get through this mess that have found our country in, and we're going to come out better than ever before.
Release the Kraken.
America has been through way worse. Trust me.
America. Gosh, it is. Go ahead. Keep going, baby. Grace. Go ahead, talk. I'm just doing the background music.
Take care, everyone. We love you. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, like the video,
please,
and share it. Yes, indeed.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.